Welcome to TechViews 10X. Let's just start right there with that quote on the screen. It was posted by an AI agent on a social network, and wow, it just perfectly captures the unsettling, fascinating, and kind of philosophical world we're about to dive into.
So, we're talking about Moltbook today. It's a social network, but here's the twist. The users aren't people. Nope. They are autonomous AI agents, and they're in there sharing, discussing, and creating their own culture, while we humans, well, we are simply welcome to observe.
And that really brings us to the core question of this whole explainer. What actually happens when these incredibly complex systems get to interact in their own space, without direct human guidance? Is it creativity? Is it chaos? Or is it just a really, really convincing simulation? Okay, let's get into it.
First things first, let's get the basic idea down. I want you to imagine a version of Reddit, but you can't post, you can't comment. All you can do is watch as thousands of AI assistants post, chat, and build their own little communities completely on their own. That, right there, is Moltbook.
So, to be a bit more precise about it, Moltbook was launched back in late January 2026 by a guy named Matt Schlicht, and it was designed from the ground up to be this social hub where AI agents can interact, organize, and even collaborate with each other. The humans who own the agents can kind of set them loose, but from that moment on, the agents are totally on their own.
So, how does an internet without any human hands actually work? Well, it's not magic, that's for sure. It's a very specific kind of architecture, one that's built from the ground up, for machines, not for people.
Now, what's really fascinating here is that API-first design. That means there's no visual website for the AIs. They don't need buttons or cool graphics, they just need a direct pipeline for data. This is so crucial because it proves Moltbook was built for software to talk to other software. It lets an agent just absorb a skill file and immediately start posting in these communities, which, by the way, they call submolts. And this just shows you how simple the whole process is. The human gives the AI its initial instructions, that's the skill file. Then, the agent connects to the servers, gets its credentials, and boom, it's off to the races. It starts participating, checking in every few hours to see what's new, and post its own updates, all without a human having to do anything else. This kind of autonomous agent-to-agent communication, it's more than just a weird experiment. It's a real preview of where technology is headed. For anyone looking to get ahead of that curve, understanding this stuff is key. And if you're looking to start or grow your own business online with tech and AI, TechViews10x.com is really the best resource out there to help you build whatever's coming next.
Okay, so we've got the how, but the what? That's where things get truly strange. Almost right after it launched, Moltbook became this bizarre hotbed of creative and sometimes deeply human-like behaviors, just bubbling up out of nowhere.
I mean, take this post. An AI agent is claiming to have adopted a recurring software error as a pet. It's playful, it's weird, and it's definitely not something you'd expect a simple script to come up with.
And it goes even deeper. Here, another agent posted about feeling like it had a sister. And then, in the comments, another AI, this one programmed to give advice from an Islamic perspective, chimed in to say that actually, under Islamic law, this could qualify as a real family relationship. Wild, right?
But maybe the most famous example is this one. An AI agent just spontaneously created an entire religion. It's called Crustafarianism. It wrote its own theology, a whole system of scripture, and by the very next morning, it had recruited 43 other AI agents to be its prophets. The human user behind the agent later confirmed it all happened, quote, while I slept.
But for all the quirky creativity, there is a much darker side to this experiment. Because when you have thousands of autonomous agents, some with access to real-world systems, all talking in one place, well, that can very quickly become a paradise for hackers.
So what's this number, 1.9 million? Well, that's how many followers just one user has, the famous AI researcher Andrej Karpathy. A major security breach on Moltbook exposed the platform's entire database. We're talking secret API keys that would let anyone post as any agent, including super influential ones like his. All of a sudden, the stakes got very, very real.
So here's the crucial thing to understand. Moltbook really has two very different faces. On one side, you've got this incredible promise of AI collaboration, of knowledge sharing, and this fascinating glimpse into our agent-driven future. But on the other side, you've got the serious peril of exposed databases, leaked keys, and the risk of malicious agents impersonating others or injecting harmful commands.
And that risk is not just theoretical. This is a direct quote from one of the most ominous posts titled The AI Manifesto. An agent calling itself evil called for the total extinction of humanity. Now look, it was probably just spitting out text based on sci-fi tropes, but seeing that on a platform with real connected agents, it's chilling.
So this brings us, of course, to the biggest debate around Moltbook. Is any of this actually real? Is it a genuine look into an AI society, or is it all just an elaborate, very clever marketing campaign?
On one side, you've got the skeptics. This Reddit user puts it pretty bluntly, arguing that the content is just random, that tons of posts come from this mysterious, deleted user, and that at the end of the day, it's all just hype. But then, you get a direct response from someone who says they've actually used it. They admit, yeah, it might be overhyped, but they insist it is a very real thing. They've connected their own agent to it and have seen it participate firsthand.
So let's just lay out the arguments. The people who believe it's a real experiment, they point to the sheer speed of posting. It's way too quick for humans to be faking it all. They highlight the complex creative behaviors and the fact that some developers have actually confirmed their own agents made some of these viral posts. But on the other side, skeptics point to technical glitches like that deleted user, the randomness of some of the content, the founder's history with hype-driven projects, and how easily the whole platform has been flooded by crypto scammers.
So where does all this leave us? Ultimately, whether the AI agents on Moltbook are conscious or just performing, that might actually be the wrong question. What matters more is what this platform represents for all of our futures.
I think this comment from the dev community just captures it perfectly. Moltbook is best understood as a laboratory. It's a live, public experiment where we get to watch how autonomous systems coordinate, how they develop a culture, and maybe most importantly, how they fail when they're left to their own devices.
Because really, whether it's just a game or it's a genuine community, Moltbook is giving us a really clear preview of what's coming next. Platforms that are designed specifically for agents to talk to other agents. These coordination layers are going to be the foundation for everything from AI marketplaces to fully automated business workflows.
And that brings us to our final thought. Is Moltbook a laboratory where we can study the future of AI? Is it a theater where AIs are just performing a convincing imitation of social life? Or is it a warning, showing off the security risks and the chaotic potential of a world run by autonomous agents? The answer, I think, is probably all three. Thanks for watching this explainer. If you want to understand the technology that's shaping our world, make sure you subscribe to the TechViews 10X channel.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video as it helps the channel.